I loved humans. So I've been all over this yard trying to find a place to prop my phone up because I don't have a selfie stick. And I couldn't disturb the bluebird because she is making a nest and probably already has little babies in there. And then the garbage guy came. And then my phone almost fell into the bird bath. But alas, as the universe and its intelligence would have it, here I have found a place, and there's this amazing, beautiful stream of vitamin D coming in. So I'll take this, and I hope that you will too. I am being told to do these videos for whomever it is out there that needs to hear another layer of truth of who they are. There's lots of beautiful, amazing, mystical folks out there and ordinary folks moving into the mystical that are providing us with some pretty important information. And this information is being paid attention to because humans are becoming a little bit desperate. We are realizing that our safety nets have become our chokeholds. We've realized that the things that we've been clinging to are not worthy of clinging to. And so humans are a stubborn lot. We're stubborn because we're wired for survival. We have to reconsider, however, that this survival technique and this survival mentality is actually serving us. It isn't. In fact, it's destroying us. So the difference between being in survival mode and in thriving mode is one is lived by from the human third dimension, and the other one is lived by the spirit dimension, the dimension of all infinite possibilities. So my hope in these videos is that I can say something that will resonate with you. Remember, resonate is like a C chord being hit and then vibrating to another C chord. So truth of my magnificence, truth of my spirit being in human form, truth of we are being drawn to who we came here to become in this paradise that we were drawn to and landed in, that vibration hitting something inside of you that says, I think there's some truth here, and that this truth can free me from beliefs I did not even know I was carrying. And the main primary belief that humans are carrying that is undermining their thriving possibility is of unworthiness, based on I am merely human. I am merely human who has to fight and struggle and who's latched on to the belief of the tallest dysfunctional person in the room. When we're children, we have nothing else to do but to depend on the tall people in the room. And a great many of those tall people in the room have not latched onto their magnificence, their thriving, their ability to move beyond just being merely human in their mind. And so they have safety measures that they've handed down to each of us. We are outgrowing that. The stubbornness comes in to not wanting to let go of the dysfunction of the beliefs, the dysfunction of the perceptions, the dysfunction of wrong thinking that has gotten us into this mess. So these things that are happening in our culture as a human collective are wake-up calls. They are wake-up calls. Wake up and know your magnificence. Wake up and know the truth of who you are. Wake up and remember the truth of who you are. That is the call, that is the invitation. That is where we are moving. Remember, in the West, we had very little influence outside of organized religion that oftentimes is taught from the basis of fear. That's changing. That is beautifully, beautifully changing. I have a number of people in my life now, I'm delighted to say, that have moved beyond the fear-based mentality of a judgmental God who is trying to get me to do something. so that I can have eternal life, and moving more and more into love. Remember in the days in the West, we didn't have real meditation, so we've had these influences that have come in to wake us up in another way, in a new way. And so this is all about moving into our greatness. This is all about letting go of the old story of unworthy. The self-help movement. What a beautiful movement this has been. This invitation to understand that there is absolute love. My eyes are glancing down because there's this little inchworm that is is inching along. So cute. It has an agenda. I have no idea what it is. But oh my God, that little inchworm is doing what it came here to do, to reach toward the sun and crawl a little bit further, to move into the next layer of food, to move into some more goody times with maybe another inchworm. That inchworm will live out its life. We are living out our life. We've got a question. We've got a question that is being asked from the intelligence that is. Are you willing to move beyond who you think you are and embrace the truth of who you are? And that truth is based on unconditional love, knowing that you're eternal, knowing that you're infinite, and you don't have to do anything to maintain that status. It's who you are. So then it really just comes down to, what kind of earthly experience are you going to have? What kind of life are you going to live? We can live from fear and dysfunction. We were born into a dysfunctional culture that said a tight butt means something. We were born into a dysfunctional culture that said that this race is more intelligent and more important, and they matter more than others. We were born into a dysfunctional culture that said that there is an unseen force that must be manipulated to love us. So we have to understand that this culture we were born into, this pattern of continuous one lifetime after another of dysfunction, is reached a head now. Humans are about to make a huge leap into our awakening. And yes, okay, fine, we need wake-up calls. Okay, I accept that. So what? Let's just do it and move on. Let's just accept that humans are scaredy cats. We're wired for survival. We grab onto a stubborn way of moving so that we can maintain our status quo even though it's killing us. I accept that. Now the next level is something else. The next level is, what if we're magnificent beings in human form? What if we're spirit beings in human form? What if that's the truth? Then this paradise that we've been born into is something that we can be with. It turns family dynamics into a learning curve. It turns every experience that we've had into gold. I so see that so many humans are waking up. Oh my God, we're waking up. We're waking up to the truth of who we are. So these next few months, indeed, these next couple of years, are going to be, in the third dimension, challenging. We will have moments of respite. We will have weeks of respite. And those times of respite are for us to get back in the bed and put the blankie over our heads and integrate what's been happening. Go to another layer of, I'm an infinite being in human form. And when we come out of the bed, we're going to be different bodies. We're going to have different minds. And that body and that mind is going to be more aligned to the spirit invitation of the truth of who we are. Those of you who are more further along in your journey of healing from what? What are we all healing from? Only one thing, and that is the sense of unworthiness. For those of you that are further along, the divine intelligence is going to bring people to you that will need you. Love them where they are. They don't need your knowledge. It's useful. Knowledge is useful. It's very useful. What they need is knowledge based on love. And give that to yourself more and more. Dear healers, dear mystics out there, all of you who've been doing this work, surrender to a little bit more of unconditional love towards yourself so that you can experience life on this earth free from the tethers of unworthiness. And the people that are drawn to you will receive what real love is like. And oh my God, you get to give it and have it and experience it and then experience it in another human being. It doesn't really get any better than that. I mean, it probably does. But oh my God, it's pretty cool. My job is to continue to remind myself of what's happening here and allow everything that's happening to move me further and further into who I came here to become. And if serving you is a process, a symptom of that, then yay. Yay me, yay you, yay everybody that you get to influence and what you learn about what real love is about. So this is just a little bit of a pep talk. Get it where you can is my suggestion. I do. Loved humans, you will know, you will experience the truth of who you are. Just say yes. Use that stubbornness that you've been clinging to as a survival mechanism. Use that stubbornness to surrender. Surrender to the call. We're all waking up, and we're all waking up fast now. So let's do it. I'll talk to you next time. Find another place in the yard to play with y'all.